Footage of storm in China, April 2024.
Wow, 呢棵樹林啊，哇！勝利雅苑呢度都浸埋啊！
Multiple rounds of severe thunderstorms across southern and eastern China left behind a trail of damage after unleashing torrential rains, damaging winds, and reports of very large hail. An active springtime pattern sweeping over the country has allowed for waves of severe thunderstorms to bubble over southern and eastern provinces since last March. A deadly cluster of storms tore through Jiangxi province with destructive winds of more than 120 kilometers per hour. The storms blew out windows and doors in high-rise apartment buildings. Additional rounds of severe weather this week caused significant damage in southern China. Hail larger than golf balls punched holes in vehicles and damaged homes and crops throughout Guizhou and Guangdong provinces. Images posted to social media show the extent of the damage and the sheer size of the large hail that pelted the region. While the bulk of the recent severe weather focused on southeastern China, northern sections of the country haven't been spared by the active storm track. Strong winds during a thunderstorm on April blew through a university campus in Baoji City, about 1,000 kilometers southwest of Beijing, filling the air with a blizzard of cherry blossom petals. The first red alert for widespread flight delays in 2024 was initiated on Friday afternoon at the Guangzhou Beiyan International Airport due to severe weather conditions, according to the airport authorities. As of noon, 98 passenger flights had been delayed for over 1 hour without taking off, the airport authorities said. The airport would intensify coordination and cooperation with air traffic control, airlines, and on-site units to fully ensure follow-up support for flights and maintain orderly conditions within the terminal.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
The airport authorities remind passengers to stay vigilant about flight updates during thunderstorm weather. Thunderstorms continued to be active in Guangdong on Friday, with several cities issuing alerts for heavy rain, hail, and winds, the local weather authorities said. The province is expected to experience prolonged heavy rainfall on Saturday and Sunday, accompanied by thunderstorms, strong winds, and short-term heavy precipitation. Severe weather is common in China during the spring and summer months, especially in the southern and eastern provinces where environmental ingredients align to favor the development of intense thunderstorms. It's not unlike the setup we see here in Canada and the US in the warmer months. Low-pressure systems rolling off highlands to the west drag warm, moist air inland from the South China Sea. This muggy air provides the fuel to feed thunderstorms. Strong winds aloft allow those storms to turn into supercells capable of producing very large hail, destructive winds, and tornadoes. A recent study found that China averages about 100 tornadoes every year, which puts the country on par with Canada's typical annual count. Also similar to Canada is that China's vast size makes it likely that many tornadoes there go undocumented, leaving the true total unknown. Authorities raised the highest level of alarm on Tuesday as the storms showed no sign of letting up. Flooding has already destroyed many homes and cars, in just the latest episode of extreme weather to hit China as climate change affects the country. Torrential rains have been swelling rivers in Guangdong, prompting state media to warn of the risk of floods at a level seen around once a century. Footage from across Guangdong showed flooded villages, farmland, and cities, along with collapsed bridges and floating vehicles. In addition to the 110,000 people who have been evacuated, At least 25,000 are in emergency shelters. In the provincial capital, Guangzhou, authorities have registered cumulative rainfall of 609 millimeters in April so far, which is already the highest monthly volume since record-keeping began in 1959. The sustained torrent has hit the Pearl River Delta region, a manufacturing hub and one of the country's most populated regions, for close to a week. Home to some 127 million people, the region usually sees heavy rains in about September. It has been experiencing more intense and more frequent rainstorms and floods in recent years.
Bye-bye.